These three are sure they have phenomenal abilities. Their noses can perceive thousands of smells of all kinds. Today, they've come to our studio to prove that they have an especially keen sense of smell. But will they pass the test? Hearty smells. Will Alexander manage to correctly identify all of the flavors we added to these yogurts?
The yogurts are good, by the way.
Smell challenge. Will blindfolded Ekaterina manage to correctly identify flowers and plants relying only on their odor and her sense of smell?
Phew, what is that?
Follow the scent. Will Yevgenia manage to correctly identify 12 fragrances guided only by the traces they left in these glasses?
Smells spicy.
Whose nose will prove most sensitive? Will all the participants withstand the fragrant pressure of our tests? And finally, whose abilities will be recognized as phenomenal from a scientific point of view?
Hello, my name is Alexander Trifonov. I'm 49, I'm from Moscow. I can perceive a lot of different smells and tastes. These can be perfumes or separate components or even food ingredients and food flavors.
Alexander has been attracted to the mysterious world of smells since childhood. When he read the famous Patrick Susskind's novel, The Perfume, at age 17, he decided for himself that he would study at a real perfumery school, and not just anywhere, but in France.
And I succeeded. I entered a perfumery school at 34. I got a grant from the French embassy and entered a private school in Versailles. I spent 9 months there, mixing various ingredients and making perfumes, guessing their components. I liked it very much.
Today, Alexander makes and tailors custom perfumes. He's sure that our olfactory memory is infinite. For instance, he's been training his memory for many years, adding new scents to it every day. That's why he can easily distinguish all of the notes in any perfume compound. He can say how this or that perfume will open up on your skin. He's so sure of his sense of smell that he's ready to meet our program's challenges. On the table in front of Alexander, there are 7 samples of natural yogurt, one of them with the original taste and smell for comparison. We added food flavors into the other 6, and Alexander is to tell us which flavors. So which flavors have we added to the yogurts? Samples 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6 are lemon lime, pear, peach, garden mint, and raspberry respectively. And sample number 5 is tricky. We added the flavor called whiskey to it, but this smell, synthesized at a laboratory, doesn't smell like alcohol at all. It has distinctive notes of vanilla and fruit. In 2 yogurts out of 6, our experts have added some spices as well. They added some pepper to sample number 2, along with the pear flavor and sugar to sample number 5, the ambiguous whiskey flavor. By the way, in this task, Alexander may not only smell the yogurts, but also taste them.
This reminds me of anise. Something cool, an herb, maybe menthol. No, I go for mint, I guess. Mint.
The sample with simple citrus smell didn't prove easy for the experienced perfumer. Most likely the problem is in the yogurt itself, as in this fermented and viscous substance, smells spread according to their own rules. Moreover, the yogurt has its own strong smell and taste, which distracts the participant from the main task. Do you understand now that this task is not as simple as it seems?
That reminds me of Tutti Frutti chewing gum or barberry. Smells like lemonade from my childhood. Well, something like that. That's peach or apricot or nectarine. Some fruit. By the way, the yogurts are good. One of the best. That's peppermint. I have some doubts about the first sample, but this is peppermint for sure.
Though the flavor is called garden mint, the experts have taken Alexander's response. This decision is justified as peppermint is a hybrid of garden mint and winter mint.
Maybe it's vanilla? You know, it tastes like a curd cheese bar from my childhood. Vanilla flavor, I guess.
It's amazing how quickly Alexander distinguished one of the basic notes of this tricky smell. Let's see if he manages to distinguish the last smell.
Maybe it's cherry? Something like cherry? Well, the taste is not developed, in my view. I can't taste it fully.
Apparently, our participant made a mistake because he forgot to use smell in this task as well. Did you notice that Alexander only tasted the 6 yogurts?
Alexander, could you taste them all once and give us your final answer?
Well, okay, maybe I'll find it. I'll start from the end, from this side this time. I think there's some cherry here. Cherry. I'd say this is vanilla. This one is mint, surely. Very good mint. Fresh. Peach, to match the napkin in color. Maybe there are some spices? Could it be pepper? Well, maybe. Or cinnamon? Well, I feel like as if it's perfume. I'd say pink pepper. Smells spicy. Pear? No, not pear. This is pear. This is the same. Duchess or Tutti Frutti. Well, this one smells familiar. I think I come across it sometimes. Could it be lime? Lime? Yes. Yes? Can I stick to this answer? Well, yes.
With some reservation, Alexander managed to distinguish 5 out of 6 flavors and have a bite to eat at the same time. However, this isn't the end of the test. 6 colorful and, of course, fragrant helpings of yogurt are waiting for Alexander. Each sample is a true embodiment of incompatible taste, smell, and color. See for yourself. The first yogurt is blue, yet contains the flavor of an apple. The second is yellow, but smells like black currant, and it's salty. The third is red and smells like cinnamon. Violet-colored number 4 is really sweet, but smells like meat. Number 5, which is green, smells like chocolate cookies. And number 6 is brown and smells slightly of oranges. It seems the experts have made this task truly difficult, as Alexander's visual taste and smell analyzers will inevitably conflict with each other. Will he manage to sort through his feelings and give the right answers?
Don't look at the color at all. Look, look.
Maybe that's, I'd say, something like apple. Apple. Raspberry. This tastes like gingerbread. That's either it's ginger, yes, apparently like gingerbread, like that, or cinnamon. I have 2 versions. Let's say cinnamon. Oh, well, something salty. That'll be good later. For the second course, I'm not sure I'm ready to taste other yogurts after that. Now I'll move to the green one, and then I'll get back to this violet one. Cookies, cookies. Like a muffin, cookies. Smells like cookies. Or fancy cakes. Cookies, I guess, to put it short. I'd say strawberry cookies. It's very simple. That might be plum. Plum, yes. Let's get back to this meat course. You know, I think it's like crisps. Something roasted. Like potato crisps. But this sweet taste it's something sweet after all. I'll get back to the one I called plum. Yes, I think that's the most difficult. That's lemon, no? Almost right. Tangerine? Getting warmer. Grapefruit?
It seems Alexander's lost his confidence in himself and his answers. That's not surprising considering how difficult this task is. Maybe that's why the experts are not eager to take his answers, but give him another chance to taste the samples.
Raspberry? I'll give you a hint. No. No, but really close, in fact.
These yogurts are very exact.
Maybe currant? Absolutely right, yes.
You had 2 suggestions here, ginger and cinnamon. Choose one.
Cinnamon?
Yes, of course, yes. Now for the most difficult one.
Crisps with bacon? Well, in fact. Bacon? In fact, you could say that's the right answer. It is meat. It's not from a bakery, it's something from the butcher's? Yes, that's meat. Meat? Yes, with sugar. The first association was, as for the smell, I thought it smelled like crisps. We added some sugar to it to misguide you, so to speak, but yes, it's meat. Okay, I got it. It's chocolate cookies. Chocolate, thank you.
Alexander, the second part of the test was great. We wanted to make it hard for you, but we weren't able to.
Thank you.
Very good.
Despite the fact that Alexander was not always sure of his answers, he managed to impress our experts. Let's see how the second participant will do.
Hello, my name is Yekaterina. I'm 31 and from Moscow. My whole life, I felt the specific meaning of fragrances, something other people can't feel. I perceive the world through fragrances. As far as I can remember, all of my childhood memories are connected with smells, first and foremost.
Thinking of places she's never been to or people she has never seen, Ekaterina still imagines a smell first. However, these fragrances are composed not only in her imagination. Ekaterina is an experienced perfumer. She's been creating custom perfumes for 12 years already. Strange as it may seem, she never uses them herself.
I don't feel the need to smell like anything. On the contrary, I feel the need to perceive the smells around me. It's important to smell the world and not myself.
The perfumer keeps all smells she has ever come across stored in her memory. Ekaterina would recognize any of them at once, even blindfolded. Let's check that out right now. The experts have prepared not only a thick eye band, but also a selection of 6 cut flowers. Here we have an English rose, gerberas, camellias, irises, carnations, and white hyacinths. You see, nothing exotic. However, these are some minor things. First of all, not all of these flowers are used in perfumery or have a distinct smell, and most importantly, the experts decided not to tell the participant in advance what it is she would have to recognize by odor.
Take the first sample. How do you feel?
54. Ah, the first feeling is coolness. Very nice. I think this object is either wet or has been in water. This is a flowery smell. I think these are flowers. Some white flowers? Or yellowish, maybe? Could these be chrysanthemums? With this fine smell.
Okay, we'll get back to this one. Let's go to the next one. Take it.
This smells really good. These are flowers as well, I think. I think these are roses.
An unusual answer, considering that gerberas don't smell. Probably having swayed to the side, Ekaterina caught a whiff of the English rose.
We are passing to the next sample. This one will be easy, I guess.
I hope so.
Take it.
Oh, smells.
What does it smell like?
Smells fine. Well, I think these are flowers as well. And they resemble,
Getting warmer?
some Russian flowers. Wild, yes. Some wildflowers. Oh, maybe chamomiles? The smell of the earth is the first sensation.
It has this odor, this sample.
These are not flowers. Something with a weak smell. Not too distinct. I think it's not a fresh plant. It must be something dry. I guess this is tea. These are flowers. Fresh flowers. Well, I mean they're cut.
Okay, cut. What flowers are these?
It would seem that nothing could be easier for a perfumer than to recognize the smell of carnations. But it's not that simple. They are the same variety, but different in color, so they smell differently.
These are spring flowers. Oh, because there is a clear note. An orange color, maybe? Or red? They may be different colors. You know, some are red and some are more orange,
Yes,
right? Maybe carnations of...
absolutely right.
Oh, I like it so much. It's beautiful. Some white flowers. White flowers, definitely something like lilies.
Getting warmer.
Are these hyacinths? Yes, these are my favorite.
Stay here, I'll bring you the samples that you weren't sure about. Take these.
A peony? I guess that's what I called it, right?
No, there's no peony here. Close to it, but it's not a peony. Take the next sample.
I don't know, I can't feel it. Oh, it's tea, as I said. Not tea anymore, something tender. I think some field flowers, growing close to the earth. Irises? Am I right?
Yes.
Phew.
And another sample caused some trouble as well. Take it.
You know, these flowers are often sold in flower shops.
Right. What do they look like?
Look like? They can be of different. They can be white, orange, or red. Well, mostly orange or red.
We're going to say you guessed it. These are gerberas.
Out of 6 samples, Ekaterina recognized 4 by smell. She was really close to it when she called the English rose a peony and undoubtedly correctly described the color of gerberas. However, she failed to name the flowers. Let's move on to the second test. In the new selection, there are not only flowers and plants. Here, we have raw perfumery materials and even fresh fish. Let's see if Ekaterina's nose will cope with this fragrant challenge.
This is the first sample. Take it.
These are flowers as well. A flower. A flower, I guess. A small flower?
Its size can vary. This one is not too big.
Oh, that reminds me of something.
Something familiar.
Yes, I love these flowers too. I love to be given these flowers. Just a second. A daffodil?
Yes.
Done. Well, this is a very pleasant smell. But I can't understand so far what it is.
This is a very familiar perfumery smell.
Is it linden? But linden, at this time of year? No, I can't say what it is. Something with a green note and a honey note.
Okay, let's come back to it later.
I can't understand so far.
Leave it for now.
A very nice smell. It's oak moss.
Great. Any perfumer would recognize it.
Sure.
No chicory or fougere fragrance is possible without oak moss. This ingredient improves the longevity of the composition and also lends it a delicate, forest-like, rich and earthy aroma. Of course, Ekaterina recognized it at once.
Next sample.
These are flowers. Flowers. Some fresh flowers. Well, fresh. Yes, a very fresh smell. Honey. Very nice.
The fourth sample is a gillyflower. Not the most popular flower, besides it's not used in perfumery.
You know, it reminds me, I don't know for sure what flower it is, but it's something like a tuberose, something creamy, cream and honey.
Now we're close. Definitely not a tuberose.
Well, I don't know what flower it is.
Fine, we'll come back to it later. This one you'll recognize at once. Take it.
Oh, it smells really good, like an herb. I think it's something green.
What part of the plant is that?
I mean leaves.
Leaves?
Leaves, yes, or stems. It's something really familiar.
Familiar. All perfumers know it and use it.
Strange as it may seem, Ekaterina can't recognize patchouli at all. Yet, this ingredient is no less popular in perfumery than oak moss.
This one is truly obvious.
Obvious.
I simply can't remember.
And finally, the main catch of this test is sample number 6, the smelt. A fish that has a strong smell of cucumber when it's fresh.
Oh. What is that? It's that fish or something.
Absolutely right.
Fish? Ugh.
Apparently, while Ekaterina was slowly moving towards the smelt, the fish lost its freshness. But maybe the participant will still be able to say what fish it is.
This fish is not a river variety, it's a sea fish. Either from the sea or one that lives in salt water. But it's not one of ours.
Smells like pickles, right?
Yes, it's not our, well, river fish. Well,
It's easily recognizable because of this pickle smell.
herring? No, it's not herring because it's not fresh.
Not herring.
Ugh.
Okay, back to those samples. You didn't guess. Take this one.
Okay. Oh, okay.
A popular perfumery component as well.
You know, I can't say. I understand, but something fresh? Honey green? I mean, it's not a flower.
And the second sample, take it.
Oh, this is amazing. The tasty thing, which should be obvious. I even have it. Just a second. Can I have another go?
All perfumers have it.
I think you're filming, but I really want to. I don't remember. It's something really familiar, yes. Used in perfumery?
So, shall we take off the mask?
I'm sorry.
All in all, I can say Katerina did quite well. It was really difficult, really.
I like the way you did it on the whole, and even the failures, so to speak. The moment you failed to guess right. I don't think it really matters. What really matters is that you tried to define the smell after all. Like with the iris, you were absolutely right about the direction. Earth-like. In my view, it's really earthy.
Despite the mistakes made, Ekaterina still managed to prove that she has a keen sense of smell. But will our experts call it phenomenal? We'll find out quite soon. And now let's welcome the third participant.
Hello, my name is Evgenia. I'm 30. I'm from Sochi.
Unlike the other participants, Evgenia can't say that she was born with a keen sense of smell. She developed her sense of smell purposefully. The reason why Evgenia decided to develop her sense of smell is quite common. She simply couldn't find the right perfume. The assortment on the shelves didn't satisfy her. Yet now there are 30 odors in her collection which she uses on a regular basis. Evgenia creates perfumes not only for herself, but also for her demanding clients. Her main aim is to learn how to reproduce complex, natural smells.
I have a dream. I want to create a smell, like the smell of the sun, in spring. When it pierces the air and you're like standing, yes, with your face to the sun and it's warm and you feel the smell. It's difficult to identify it. It's difficult to break it down, but I want to do it one day.
It seems Evgenia is used to giving herself very difficult tasks, so she'll definitely like the task our experts have prepared for her.
Those are aroma compounds here and perfume compounds. To make it simple, they are all of natural origin, of plant origin. Each of these compounds I diluted in alcohol to obtain 3 to 5% concentration and sprayed a few drops of it in each glass. That's enough to understand what compound it is. Now I'll ask you to start distinguishing the smell in the left glass.
So the selection of aroma compounds starts with the strong and easily recognizable smell of crane's bill. That's what Evgenia is now studying. After the crane's bill, from left to right, we have cardamom, sage, linden, carnation, Bulgarian rose, sandal, tuberose, bergamot, lime, myrtle, and black pepper. 12 in total. That's a lot, taking into account that we have here not only popular perfume smells, but also quite rare ones, known only to connoisseurs. But let's get back to the first glass.
It's an herb smell. It smells like tea tree. No, it's not tea tree. It's also like eucalyptus.
Leave it, come back to it later.
It has something in common with lemongrass, but it's definitely not lemongrass.
What is it? Flowers, herbs, spices, trees?
It smells like spices. Really like a spice. It's hard to say. Can I come back to it?
Yeah, sure. I'll tell you once again that there are essential oils here, as well as absolutes and CO2 extracts.
This one is a rose tree, I would guess. The smell, there are wooden notes in it, and flower notes too. Something like a crane's bill? But it's not crane's bill. Crane's bill smells different. Most likely it's Pomarosa?
Well, move on for now. You'll come back to it later.
Okay, these are definitely flowers.
Familiar?
Yes, well, something like jasmine? Some white flowers for sure. No, not jasmine. Jasmine is lower. Maybe it's like gardenia? An orange flower? Something of the kind.
Well, you can come back to it later.
Evgenia is holding the glass with the aroma compound number 5, but she still won't divulge her final answer. Let's see what this cautious tactic will yield.
Okay, this one is like laurel, like camphor as well. Something spicy. A spice. Cloves.
You work with synthetic smells.
Cloves, cloves.
Cloves, that's right. Carnation or cloves?
Cloves, the spice.
Well, almost right. It's carnation.
It seems to me that this is very similar to cranesbill. No, not cranesbill, something else. Of course, also a flower. But this is not a white flower.
But there's a lot of geraniol in
Not
it.
bark.
What flower is that?
That's a big hint.
Yes.
This geraniol, well, a rose.
A rose.
Yes, I had a more oily one. It was
Tell us which rose it is.
a Bulgarian rose.
What is it? Essential oil or an absolute?
Well, I guess it's an absolute. I think so.
A Bulgarian rose absolute, right?
It seems Evgenia is finally on a roll. She's given a series of right answers. We'll carry on.
It's like cedar. No, it's rather close to sandal.
Right, sure. Sandal is like cedar.
Yes, yes. Okay, definitely not white flowers. Jasmine is different. No, it's not jasmine. No, not tuberose. I'll come back to it later.
Fine.
It's amazing that the perfumer excluded the right answer so quickly and wasn't able to recognize the smell of tuberose. Complex, multifaceted, known to every perfumer. First of all, because it's difficult to work with it.
Well, something citrus.
Uh-huh.
Orange or lemon. Maybe bergamot?
Right, bergamot.
Citrus as well. Yellow. Well, it smells like lemon.
You can come back to it later.
Aha!
Aroma compound number 11 is myrtle. This is a truly complex and very rare smell. Will Evgenia recognize it?
No, not vanilla. Well, definitely
Well, okay, leave it for now.
I guess I don't even know what it is.
We'll give you the right answer later.
Maybe I've never come across it. Aha, I wonder what it is. Camphor? There's a strong smell of camphor. Okay, some pepper maybe? I think it's either black pepper or...
Correct.
Aha!
Black pepper.
Okay, the interim results is 5 out of 12, which is not bad, taking into account how difficult the test is. Let's see if Evgenia manages to guess the smells in the second round.
I still think it's a tree. What is it? A bit like incense? Frankly speaking, I don't know. I give up.
It's cranesbill. Cranesbill absolute.
Really? Are you kidding?
Well, that was difficult.
Aha, really difficult.
Difficult.
The smell is a bit spicy as well. Something like saffron or... No? Cardamom.
Yes. Sure, of course.
It's familiar.
However, Evgenia failed to recognize samples 3, 4, 8, and 11 on the second try as well. Hard as she tried, she wasn't even close. The last glass is left.
Well, this is obviously citrus. Citrus, yes.
What color is it? Is it sweet or bitter?
Well, it's more likely to be sour. And it's not orange, it's closer to yellowish green.
What fruit is yellowish green?
Well, I don't know. Maybe lime?
Yes.
Well, I feel like it's not lemon.
Yes.
Lemon smells simpler.
Good, Evgenia, thank you. All in all, that's not bad. Taking into account how difficult the task was and the fact that you're nervous.
So our complicated and extremely fragrant tests are over. Right now we'll find out whose smell will be recognized as the keenest. Time to discuss.
The tasks were difficult for everyone.
Yes, in fact, it's difficult to compare because the tasks were different, and how are we to understand who wins when it's one thing to compare food that has oils with the real living substances? I mean,
But there were deceptive maneuvers like color, for example. Here there were no deceptive maneuvers, but there were other difficulties.
so I think that in speaking of the participants,
I guess Alexander guessed more samples proportionally. But Alexander's undoubtedly an experienced showman. He suggested various versions and noted our reaction. And maybe this helped him find the right answer. Even the things that were misguiding in color.
yes, some things he guessed at once.
Yes.
I mean, he was confident.
Yes, the powder blue apple. Yes, the powder blue apple is really a big plus. Ekaterina was confident about the flowers she knows. All in all, she tried hard. The difficulty is that she couldn't see anything and that there were different flowers. They can smell somewhat different, same as in the third test. The aroma compounds of different origins smell differently. We gave her 2 carnations, a red and a green one. They have different smells. She said there were 2 carnations of different color, but she didn't recognize 2 components, which should be known to every perfumer after all. But she discarded those guesses because she was nervous.
In my view, Evgenia's task was the most difficult, but her nerves let her down. I mean, she was progressing quite well. We can say she really recognized a lot of samples.
Maybe he just gave more right answers.
I think in terms of the test results, the technique, I choose Alexander because he was most confident, so to speak.
I guess because she was nervous, though she could have guessed him, I think. I agree, dear colleagues. Nevertheless, Alexander did better, after all. Yes, he's better prepared.
This doesn't mean that Alexander's smell has been recognized as phenomenal, but it will be if Alexander copes with the final test. This time our participant will have to rely only on his nose and probably on his skills of deduction. He'll literally have to find the smells our experts chose among those color cardboard boxes. There are 100 of them, but we added 1 drop of essential oil into 3 of them. We put all the boxes in this room. Alexander will have only 20 minutes to find the fragranced ones. He'll have to work really quickly because we didn't tell him how many smells are hidden here.
Let's get started. I, for one, love red. It's so expressive and energetic. I'll start with the red boxes.
While Alexander is studying the first samples, we'll show you where exactly we hid the odors. So here, we put a drop of ylang ylang. Here, clary sage. And finally, in this box, there's a drop of clove oil.
Well, I'll put this yellow one aside for now. I'll come back to it later. Yes, this red attracts me as well.
It seems that Alexander has suddenly chosen another tactic. Without having studied all the samples on the big bookshelf, he moved to the bookcase. But one of the prize boxes is left.
This one is interesting too. Okay, I'll leave it here.
9 minutes have passed out of the 20 that Alexander has been given. He put aside 4 boxes, but in fact, only 2 of them contain the odor.
I haven't had a black one yet, but I'm almost sure what smell it contains. I'll tell you later. Okay, good.
So all the boxes have been studied and the test time is up. It's time to draw conclusions.
So the black box. I suppose it's Lang Lang? In this blue box, there is, I guess, some Oriental spice. And that's clove. Number 2, well, I believe. I guess this is jasmine, a flower. As for these 2 boxes, I'll smell them again. I still think there may be nothing there. I mean, I took them, but now I can't name a smell.
And this is the right answer, because both yellow boxes are dead ends. Well, among 100 boxes, Alexander managed to find 3, into which we had added a drop of aroma compounds. By the way, our participant was absolutely right in saying that it was essential oil. Alexander identified clove and ylang ylang absolutely confidently and correctly. He was so close to a breathtaking hat trick, but he mistook the smell of clary sage in the red box for jasmine. Yes, he made one mistake, but he once again proved his sense of smell is really keen. Maybe to call Alexander's smell phenomenal would be too daring, but his abilities are undoubtedly unique.